Hello TimeBank team, welcome to the part 5 of our tutorial. In this part we are going to the training courses like this. So like a volunteers list, here is the list of your training courses, and you enter any specific one with a double click inside any of the row that you are interested in. Let's go into the first training that we allocated some people to. In the upper section you have general info about the training. What's its name, start and end date, course time, where is it held, and this intake and manager fields are needed for the printout of certificates. Down here in the lower part you have a list of your allocated volunteers for the training and automatic calculations of how many do you have. So for now we have 2 participants in this training. Down here are their names and emails, and the columns where you will be check marking did they show up on a day 1, 2 or 3. As I understand, most of your courses last for 2 or 3 days. In this last box you will be able to put some comments on maybe how they behaved, if they were very good or very bad during the training course. You will have room here to put some notes about it. Another important thing about the courses list are email instructions that you send out to the volunteers. So I have divided these instructions here into sections as you send me an example of. When you will be sending out emails, email body will be consisted out of these sections, and you can edit them here if for any reason you want to, for some specific set of emails, to change something. You will be able to do it here. But I guess that for example for every Birmingham language trainer course the text will be pretty much the same always. And since your programs are always look alike, I made you add new course button. When you want to create a new course, you don't have to fill in everything, all these fields and all these instructions. You wouldn't have to fill it all up from the beginning, but you will simply say, we have this Birmingham language trainer course, we want to create a new one out of it. So add new course, training is copied, and you see you have another one just like it. All you have to do is change the dates here, and your new training is ready to receive candidates. You see participants list is black now because it is not the old August training, it is the new September training. All instructions are copied here. And I guess that how you want to do it is to make one example of language training Birmingham course and language mentor Birmingham course, and you will simply copy them over again for the trainings that will come up later in a later months. Same thing also for Leicester training. Let's go back to the Birmingham August course where we have some people in it. So when you have a course ready, you will need to send instruction emails to all of your participants at once. Make sure that you have emails of all of them. I always put, you probably noticed it before, I always put my own email here for everybody. So in case that during the testing I accidentally really send out an email, real people wouldn't receive it. So all the emails go directly into my inbox. But of course, you will have specific emails here for your volunteers. Now, we have volunteers. We have their emails. We are ready now to send instructions. Push send instructions email button. And as in the case of referees, everything is filled in now, except when you send out the referee request to the referees, you will do it one by one. Because people like to receive personalized emails. But in this case, you are sending simply instructions to all your volunteers that are going to attend some course, so you can do it in a bulk way. You see, all of them will be here in BCC field. The text is composed of the fields that you have there on the instructions tab. If you want to add a specific sentence or two, you can do it here in the email body. If not, you simply say send. So this is part of the instructions. Let's say that your instructions have been sent out and the day of the training arrived. What do you need for training are two kinds of sheets. The first one will be signature sheet that you will distribute among your participants to sign in and therefore make sure that you know who was present and who wasn't. The other kind of sheet will be print sheet for the trainer. This one you wouldn't send out, but it will be for the trainer information. Before printing these two sheets, you want to specify for which day are you printing it, for the first, second, or the third day. Let's say that we are now that we want to print the sheets for the day 1. That will be held at August the 3rd. Print signature sheet. Wait a little bit. And here it is, attendance sheet with participant names and data and a room for a signature. How do you print it out? You go here to the round button, print, and it will be printed out. The next sheet you want to make is sheet for the trainer. So this sheet is similar but not totally the same as the first sheet, because you have here info about your volunteers' dietary needs or maybe some disabilities, and emergency contact and telephone in case, God forbid, something happens during the training. So you as a person in charge will know what to do in case of emergencies. This sheet, as another one, can be printed out simply by going to the round button and make the and press the print button here. Once your training is finished and you have checkmarked here who was present and who wasn't, it's the time to print out the certificates. Of course, the only one who will receive a certificate are the people that were present for all of the days. If this training lasted for 3 days, you will have, let's say, for this first participant, you will have check marks that she attended to all 3 days. But the other one, Marco, he missed 1 day, so he will not be in the list for printing out the certificates. If we push the print certificates button, it will say to us that the following have completed the training. So only one. Danica, do you want to print the certificates? Yes. Do you want to update the status of these participants as language trainer? You will say yes. Status will be automatically updated and your certificate will be ready to print out like this. Here you have a button for a print. You fill in your printer with your pre-designed certificate templates and this data will show up on it. If you go to Danica list, you will see that she has now volunteer status as language trainer starting with the day when you print out the certificate for her. And believe it or not, we are done here. We went through everything. How do you make new course from the old one? How do you send out emails? How do you print sheets? So don't forget to put day and date or your sheets will be blank. How do you print certificates? We went through everything. This is it for this part. What we have left is to go again in the next one through these little things like organizations, employees, but we will deal with it in our last part of a tutorial. See you there. Thank you.